Hey there, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome, but if you've been here before, welcome back. What I thought we could do today is talk about Foodie Beauty's latest announcement that she has a new boyfriend. I'm curious to know what this boyfriend is going to be like. In the meantime, what I did to save you some time was I cut out the parts where she was just talking about the food that she got. She has some Indian food with some chicken tikka masala with some samosas, biryani, white rice, etc. That's 7 minutes of your life that I've saved. So here we go.
You're probably wondering, I posted a picture of my community post saying my boyfriend might be coming to live with us.
Okay, so right from the get-go, when she posted that on her community tab, I was like, I saw it on my phone, so and I didn't have my glasses on, so I'm kind of blind. But I was looking at it and I was like, that doesn't look real, right? So I'm thinking that this is going to be like some kind of trolling effort, but here we go.
Well, I think they're good. Probably wondered if I'm serious. You know,
okay, so I did cut out the parts of like the dead silence, so it might feel a little jumpy. But I'm thinking this is kind of funny actually because, I've never had food do that to me before, and so I don't know why it like gives her some kind of like big O from it. Like that doesn't make sense. Like it's one thing to like eat your food and go like or like you're enjoying it, so you make but the whole thing where her eyes roll back and she
Tinder. And I've already hidden my profile. And, because, honestly, I just got really discouraged and scared.
So you got discouraged and scared on Tinder. That's interesting because, I think that dating apps like that and stuff are quite normal now. Like, I don't bat an eye when somebody says that they met on Tinder or Grindr, whatever it is. But I think that Chantal would have a really tough time on a site or app like that because she would have to be honest. I mean, because like let's picture it. If somebody showed up to like meet her and she had like catfished them, whatever, they would just walk away, right? So she would have to actually be honest with them what she looks like. Otherwise, there would be no expectation for them to stay, right? And I think that she would have a tough time actually, like being honest with them and herself about who she really is.
Because here's the thing. I seen a video about these romance scams, and they prey on women, probably women who they think would be vulnerable, like older women or overweight women or whatever, and because they think we're desperate. And but basically, you get into this.
I do see what she means by that. People will take advantage of somebody if they think that they're desperate or they're vulnerable, right? But the thing is, I think, is that Chantal is kind of desperate, right? Like, I don't think that she's desperate in the sense that, there's nobody out, there's nobody out there for her. I mean, there's somebody for everybody. But my thing, though, is that, she sits here and she's treated herself like this. What? To appease some feeders because they're the ones that give her the attention. So that is kind of desperate.
Scam where they ask for money. Never send anyone money. I wouldn't do that. I don't want to say stupid because
I don't agree with sending people money like that either. But I did appreciate actually that on her community post, she just put up that she was going to send some people $100 as like a random like act of kindness for Christmas. So I wonder if she's going to do that. If she does, I think that's pretty cool actually. So well done, Chantal.
I don't want to call these women stupid for doing that. But they started, this one woman met somebody on one of these Tinder-like apps. And honestly, I'm weary because, like, I would get likes from men who I was like, they look like models. They don't look like real.
There are definitely scam artists on these apps, and she's right. You do have to be careful with them. But I hope that she realizes that that's probably who was messaging her, and so I'm glad if she's in her profile. That's good news because let's be real here. Do you think models are going to message Chantal on Tinder? I mean, okay. I'm glad that she realizes that this is not
like they look like catfish. Like, or their profile says, "Love hiking." and they're like a super fit guy, like what would you have? Why the heck would you give me any time of day? Really? Like, do I look like I like taking long hikes in the park?
No, you do not look like you'd like to take long hikes in the park. So again, you'd have to be honest with yourself, and you would have to like actually tell people what interests you. And as far as I'm concerned, it's your eating. So you'd have to find somebody that likes to eat, and you'd also have to find somebody who would be okay with you having a channel like this.
You know, so it just raised some red flags to the point where I honestly don't think I really trust anybody online.
You shouldn't.
So, I also I guess I just feel, you know, the other people I would start talking and then unmatch and end the conversation because I just wasn't into it. So,
well, again, because you'd have to be honest with them. You'd have to actually tell them, like, this is what I do. This is, and they're going to say, like, let's think of the normal questions that you would ask somebody when you're getting to meet them to see if you're interested. 1, you might say, what do you like to do in your free time? 2, you might say, what do you do for a living? 3, you might have to say, so tell me something interesting about yourself. All three of those things are things that Chantal would have to really be honest about. And frankly, I don't know a lot of people that would buy into that. So I don't know. Maybe that's why I'm so curious to see who this new boyfriend is. Just wait, you're gonna love this one.
the profiles. I don't know. I mean, things like they're like on Tinder.
Okay, I'm gonna stop for a second because I tried to, like, you know, like I said, I've tried to edit this so that we're not getting in a lot of the food because I want to talk about her relationships. But at the same time, Indian food is so delicious and it is so flavorful, and there are so many different spices and flavors that you experience when you eat it. And again, she's not even like, she just has to dump sauce on everything. Like, did she?
You can pick an anthem, like a song. And like some men would like one guy picked I'm Too Sexy by Right Said Fred, I roll. One guy, it was like an Ariana Grande song. I know this is gonna sound super gel. I don't know if I could like fall in love with a man who likes Ariana Grande. There's nothing.
Why is that? Let's think of who Ariana Grande's target audience are. I would think it's like for younger people. I would think that it would be for people who are into like pop music or maybe into like fashion because she's beautiful, right? So why is it, Chantal, that you can never fall in love with somebody like that? Are you music shaming him? Are you music shaming him? Because that's what it sounds like to me that you're doing. She's music shaming him. You know. Okay, never mind.
Against her personally, I just, you know, I don't know. Just I really don't think we'd have the same taste in music, and you know. So.
Well, no, you might not have the same taste in music, but you were with Pete for a very long time, and you didn't have a lot in common with him. I mean, hell, if he's your age, then we're all three the same age, and frankly, he still watches Sailor Moon. So maybe she's learned from that. Maybe she's learned, like, you have to have other things in common with the person, and you can't just, like, shack up because they're the only person that calls you.
Delicious, by the way.
I love Indian food. I love vindaloo.
So I was just getting really fed up and discouraged.
Well, you will be, you know, discouraged because I don't think that there's a lot of people who find somebody who doesn't take care of themselves attractive. Now, I'm not saying you have to go to the gym. I'm not saying you even have to be like a certain weight. I'm not saying you have to look a certain way, but there is something attractive about somebody who takes care of themselves. And frankly, Chantal, I mean, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be a jerk here, guys. What I am trying to say, though, is that at the end of the day, she's not, she doesn't take care of herself. Did you guys see, if you don't follow me on Twitter, you can go back and look at it. There was a picture that I posted, I think it was on Twitter, maybe it was on Discord, I don't know, where somebody had, like, in her video, had zoomed in on her teeth, and those are wrecked. Absolutely wrecked. And the way she, you know, she doesn't present herself very well. I mean, let's think of this. So even if she did not, she didn't, we're talking about like a different context. If she showed up to a job interview and she looked like that, and I know that I'm not saying hire somebody because of the way they look. I'm saying hire the highest qualified person, but first impressions do mean something, don't they? I mean, really, don't they?
Of course, you had a lot of dudes. I couldn't tell. Like, I know this is bad. I watch too many true crime videos, but it's like, serial killer? A lot of them. I was like, could he be a serial killer?
That's the risk you take.
I'm not sure.
which is sad,
this red
really.
stuff. I wonder if I see what it tastes like.
Again, with the sauce, why are you pouring that on biryani? Biryani, and now, don't come for me if you like sauces, you know, on everything. But at the end of the day, like, biryani is so flavorful. It's so good. I don't think it needs any addition. So why does she do that?
Oh, so good.
Hmm?
I was craving something with
a
like
wooden
flavor.
spoon.
You know what I mean? Like fast food or fried food. I wasn't in the mood for tonight because it just like blah. You know, wanted something spicy. And they have the
she is so ridiculous, guys. She just said, I didn't want anything fried. I didn't want any fast food tonight. And I'm like, oh, sure, Jan. It's probably because you had fast food or something fried for lunch. Get out of here. She makes me laugh.
the men who would message you and be like, "How are you, pretty lady? When can we hook up?" I don't know. Just felt like a meat market.
Well,
And then
yeah,
like, who's
I can
gonna
see
like
that.
think about it? Who's gonna hook up during COVID? Look at this big.
Oh, that is so rich coming from you, System, because you just said who's hooking up during COVID. You haven't followed a single COVID restriction whatsoever. You have traveled to hotspots. You have gone, you know, without a mask. What are you talking about? Why would that prevent you? I mean, seriously, why would that prevent her from going to meet somebody? She's like not followed a single rule with COVID, and she called herself an essential worker to try to justify why she goes out and does these things against, you know, the advice. Why would this stop her? You know, in the UK, there was a funny piece of advice that was given by the government. So essentially, if you were dating somebody, or, you know, you just didn't live together, you couldn't go to each other's houses to like get it on, but you could do it at a hotel. Isn't that ridiculous? But at the same time, I'm sitting here like, Chantal, girl, don't use COVID. Come on.
Cauliflower. One guy didn't even have his picture was like a blurry picture of his back. He's like, you have to be okay with a dad bod. What?
You're not mad that he said you have to like be okay with a dad bod, are you? Because at least he's honest with the way that he looks. I wonder if you would go on there and be as honest as that. You have to be okay with the way that I look, right? Like,
All right. There was one guy. He was from Senegal with Bibi, and he looked so much like Bibi.
hashtag leave BB alone. And she said that there was a guy that was from Senegal. I don't know how many Senegalese people there are where she lives. I don't know, but there's, you know. But then she said that he looked just like BB. Okay, leave him alone.
I was instantly drawn to him. But then he started getting weird and possessive, like right away. Like you don't even know me. Like, you want to just come here for your citizenship?
That's not funny because you didn't like it when people were talking about that. That's why BB was with you. So why is that funny now? Why would you even say that about him? That's ridiculous. And frankly, ladies and gents, I don't know how desperate somebody would need to be to get like a residence permit or whatever, but I certainly wouldn't close my eyes and pretend to like Chantal. Like, not gonna happen.
Like, people joke about that. I'm very weary about that stuff. And, so, and then he said something weird, like, I would like to go, he asked me if I had any sisters or brothers. Told him I have a sister, and he's like, she's getting married, just like, I don't know why I said that, just because, like, she has a boyfriend. And he's like, I should like to go to her wedding. Like, what? Dude. Like, we just talked, like, we didn't even know each other for, like, 4 minutes. Unmatched.
I find that interesting because 4 minutes in, he's sitting there saying, I'd like to go to your sister's wedding. That is weird. I have to say, like, Chantal, you're right on that. But at the end of the day, like, I don't know that she would necessarily shun people for giving her, like, overwhelming attention like that. Like, if somebody was genuinely that interested, do you think that she'd be that bothered? Is that even true that happened?
Freaked me out. So, all that to say, Yummy, yum, yum, yum. Look at that grilled chicken. I'm gonna try with some yogurt.
Again, why did she have to drop it in the yogurt first? Like, why couldn't you just eat the chicken and taste it and see if it needed the yogurt? Like, why does she do this? It drives me nuts. Ugh.
Oh man, that's good. So tender. I saw an article the other day about a bodybuilder who married.
Look at him. Yet he married a doll. And Chantal is going to think that this is like a great idea. What is wrong? Why would you be in an intimate relationship? You know what? I'm not even going to judge because people like what they like. I don't know.
A sex doll. Very lifelike doll. And I'm like, how can he, how can he do that, I think we're all wondering, what the heck, But it piqued my curiosity enough so that I looked up male dolls for women, or just for whoever, because males can use them too.
Yeah, they can.
There were some pretty cute ones. Sure, they look a bit uncanny. There's an uncanny valley kind of thing going on. But at the same time, I was thinking of the benefits. It comes with different sizes, appendages. One was like 10 inches. And when I saw that, I was like, yeah, every guy who I've ever been with completely lied about that.
Didn't she say her mom watches this channel? What is she talking about? I mean, I guess if you could order a doll, like, you would get, like, whatever's gonna, like, float your boat, I guess, but what is she talking about? And then she goes on to tell us that every man that she's ever been with has lied about that. Well, again, how honest do you think that Chantal is? How honest do you think she is when it comes to this kind of stuff?
Every guy you meet, 10 inches. Sure. Now I know it's false. They're probably more like 5 or 6. Maybe 7. There's nothing wrong.
Well, yeah, maybe they are, but it is what it is. They can't change that. You can change the way that you treat yourself.
That. Why lie about it? So then, I saw, like, there's pre-made ones. And they're like full size. Life form. Realistic. And I think it would be really interesting to spice up that part of my life. And really...
So I think what she's saying to us is that it's easier for her to go get an inanimate object that can really not give her any kind of like intimacy other than like some like physical stimulation. And so rather than like taking care of herself, and I'm not saying she has to be skinny, what I'm saying is taking care of herself so that she can make herself attractive to another partner, she's gonna go take the easy way and go buy a doll. Guys, doesn't this sound absurd to you? But you know what, though? Okay, if she's trolling us, or if this is just like a funny story, this is kind of the Chantal that I miss. I don't care about her food. I just want to hear about the mishigas. And frankly, this is ridiculous. Like, oh.
You don't ever have to feel shy, intimidated, let down. They're never going to leave you. They're never going to break your heart unless you want them to.
And I can understand that, Chantal. Maybe, like, your relationship with Bibi didn't go the way that you wanted it to go. But, ladies and gentlemen, I am not I'm just a toad, right? So, whatever. My thing, though, is that when you're in a relationship, that there needs to be some, like, mutual interaction. There needs to be a mutual, like, ability to look after each other and to support each other and to care about each other, to love each other, and the rest of it. And again... do you think that she would uphold her end of that bargain? Like, do you think that she would look at, like, how could she look after somebody else? How could she, you know, I mean,
You're the only girl in their life. They can't fart.
You
I know
fart.
myself. You know what I mean? You can't be grossed out in any way. Morning breath, nothing. They're always ready to go. Round 2, round 3, round 4. No. You're crushing me. Or I need air. I need air.
So in other words, she can get this inanimate object and do whatever she wants. She can treat herself however she wants, and she doesn't have to worry about him complaining about he needs air or that he's like, you know. And can you imagine? I don't know how this would work, but I would think that because it's a doll, right? She would be the busy one, wouldn't she? She couldn't just like starfish, right? Like she'd have to like be the busy one. This is so weird. Can you imagine? Because, you know, okay, that ball, that exercise ball that she had didn't last for very long. And if it did, I haven't seen her, but she struggled with that. So if she has to be active with this thing while it just like inanimately lays there, then I wonder, I wonder what that's going to be like. Oh my God. I don't think she's thought this through. Well, maybe it'll burn some calories though. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
I'm not trolling. I'm not pulling your fingers. I'm being honest.
Pulling my leg?
I'm considering
Pulling my fingers?
shopping around, saving money, buying a lifelike doll.
Good.
And they're expensive. It depends, but if you want a custom one, it can be like up to like $25,000.
What? So she would rather spend $25,000 on a pleasure doll, we'll call it, rather than spending just like the time and effort to look after herself. That is ridiculous. That's ridiculous. And who's spending $25,000 on that stuff? Like, what the? Oh my God. What does her mom think about this? I wonder if Pete will be jealous. What is going on?
Or you can get a pre-made one for like $2,000.
Still.
So, hi Sam. It depends. You can't have any biryani. No. BBJ stole one of the balls
She
from the
doesn't
tree
share food.
the other day.
It's only a matter of time till he knocks it over.
So, like I was saying, that's what I'm thinking. And of course, when I do get one, he'll be in videos with me.
Oh, shit.
Obviously.
Can you imagine one day, ladies and gentlemen, she's gonna put out a video and it's gonna like in the title be like mystery guest, and we're gonna like show up because you know we will, and there's gonna be like a life-size like doll that we know she's been intimate with next to her. Oh my God.
It's just less hassle. I'm feeling antisocial. I'm not feeling in the mood to meet anybody, honestly, right now. And even if I do get a lover someday, real one, alone time is important too, if you catch my drift. So, my chicken is so good.
Okay, so back to her online dating profiles. You're gonna have to tell whoever's interested in you that you also want to continue to be polyamorous with a doll. Oh my God. Be honest, Chantal. You better tell your partner that. And I have a question. She often uses the word lover. I think that word drives me crazy because like back in the day, that's what you would like call like your partner when you were in in a homosexual relationship. Like we would say, oh, your lover or whatever. But that word just feels so antiquated. I don't know why that's her choice of like words. I don't understand.
Wow. What do you guys think? I hope you won't judge me for it.
I'm not judging you, but what I'm saying though is that if you would be able to commit to mutually engaging in a relationship with somebody else. And of course, you have to love yourself before anyone else can. But if you would do those two things, you wouldn't have to be sitting here telling, the thousands of people that are going to watch your video that you're going to cop out and go buy a doll. That is ridiculous.
I'm serious. I think it would be a lot of fun.
This is disgusting. This is so disgusting.
I don't know when I'll ever actually buy one, because like I said, they're expensive. I was thinking maybe wait and save up for a custom one. Maybe one that talks. Maybe one that looks like a sylph. I don't know, maybe an Elvis or something. I'm pretty full.
You're gonna get a love doll that looks like Elvis? Oh my god. Ugh. Why did that even come to her mind just now?
Might have another visitor in my videos. We could do Q&As. I don't know.
Oh, so great. So your audience can ask him questions like, how much did you cost? Which factory, were you born in? Like, who's your favorite girl in the world? Like, what are we How did we get here? Oh my god.
I think it would be cool. I don't know, what do you guys think? Some people will think it's weird.
I think it sounds ridiculous. But you
Some
do
people
you.
would probably be open to it, So, they're very lifelike, some of them. Some of them look weird, but that was very, very good. The food is amazing. Absolutely amazing. There's so much left.
And again, she didn't eat a lot of that food. I mean, not much of it has really disappeared. So I wonder if she already ate. Maybe she didn't like it as much as she's pretending. I don't know. Maybe she's disgusted at the fact that she has to sit here and talk to us about how she's going to be intimate with a doll.
Over for lunch or whatever, the chicken and rice, and oh yeah, very delicious. So anyways, guys, I need to blow my nose. That's why I'm like stuffed up, because the spice just like completely decongests you.
Alright, so that's the end of it. I'm not gonna sit here and let her continue to talk to us about the food, because the crux of this video was for her to tell us that she won't actually do the work to be in a relationship, and she would just rather just be with a doll. Now, I'm not mad at you. If you like dolls and you like that kind of thing, then that's for you. But I think that that's an incredibly lonely lifestyle, Chantal. And I'm not saying that what you have right now isn't necessarily lonely, but I think that if you do that, you're going to really end up feeling even worse than you do now. And I'm not, God, don't come for me. I'm not saying you have to be in a relationship. What I am saying, though, is that any kind of relationship that you do have, whether it's with a partner or whether it's with a friend, whatever, it has to be mutual. And Chantal is not going to do that today. Anyway, thanks again, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me today. I tried to cut out a lot of the silliness where she's just like chewing or whatever. So if it felt jumpy, I'm sorry for that. I'll do better next time. But in the meantime, I've reached 1,000 subscribers, and thank you so much for all of that. I really do appreciate it. So thank you again. In the meantime, I think I'll probably either be going live or doing a video tomorrow. So hopefully I can see you then. In the meantime, love you guys. Thanks so much. Bye.